Hi, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son,
Hi.
and this is our NXT Wargames Takeover reactions. NXT Wargames started off with the women's Wargames. We had on one side you had Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Tegan Nox, and Dakota Kai, and on the other side you had Bianca Belair, Kaylee Ray, Io Shirai, and Shayna Baszler. And I've started off with let's have a look at the order. First of all, you had Io Shirai start off against Candice LeRae. Basically, won't go through too much of the match. There was some I'll go through the order, I think, of who came out of the cages in their order. First of all, there's Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Kaylee Ray, Dakota Kai, who shockingly swerved everyone by then attacking Tegan Nox. She sort of came out of the cage, she sort of turned around, she kicked Dakota Kai Tegan Nox in the face, started setting about her and smashing her knee with the door. Obviously them two are supposed to be friends. She's now turned on her, so I can see going forward they're going to have obviously a bit of rivalry. It kind of reminds me of the Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa rivalry a little bit, how he turned his back on him.
And MJF and Cody.
Yep, and that from the AEW side of it, yep, as well. So I can see that, and then obviously last was Shayna Baszler. There were some trash cans, kendo sticks, chairs, and there were some handcuffs used. The ending was Rhea Ripley, who I think Shayna Baszler tried to handcuff early on in the match. She got one side of the cuffs on. At the very end, Rhea Ripley handcuffed Shayna Baszler, and then she riptied her onto some, was it chairs, I think, and got the win that way. So Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, and well, that was just them two, wasn't it, really? Because the other two got one got taken out and one went to the back. So so it was a 2-on-4 situation. It was a good match to start off, I thought. Quite a lot involved in it. I recommend seeing that match. That's why I don't really want to go through too much of the match, because to be honest, I think it's better for people to go and watch it instead of me trying to tell you every point, because there are quite a few spots in the match. Next we had the triple threat number one contender match. The winner of this goes to Survivor Series to face Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. You had Damian Priest, Killian Dane, and Pete Dunne. Going into this match, we wanted our favourite to win, Pete Dunne. I put it was a hard-hitting, high-impact match. Said it religiously throughout all my videos. I don't like triple threats. This one, again, I always call them like the revolving door kind of match. You get one out, one comes in. One goes out, one comes in. You know, and that's kind of how they are. This one was okay. It wasn't, I don't think it was brilliant, to be honest. The only good thing about this was the ending. It was Pete Dunne who actually got the win. So now it'll be Pete Dunne versus Adam Cole, NXT Championship tonight on Survivor Series. Really happy about that. Next we had Matt Riddle versus Finn Balor. Again, I thought this was a little bit of a weak match. It was a little bit of a boring match, to be fair. I put aggressive Balor. Finn Balor was very aggressive in this match. Riddle did like an homage to Goldberg with a spear and a jackhammer, and he did a GTS as well. But it was Finn Balor who got the win in his first match back on NXT Takeover. And then we get to the final, the main event. Not much, to be fair. We've got 4 matches. To be fair, it was only 2.5 hour pay-per-view. It was alright, it worked. It worked to me, then a big massive 5-hour pay-per-view. Anyway, it was the Undisputed Era versus Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, and Dominik Dijakovic. And yeah, this was a really good match, I thought. A very good ending to the match. That would just go through the running order. We had Tommaso Ciampa start off with Roderick Strong. Then you had O'Reilly come in. Then you had Dijakovic. Then you had Fish, and then you had Cole, and then there was a 4th member of Tommaso Ciampa's team. Who was it?
Kevin Owens.
Yep, Kevin Owens made a return to NXT, obviously on Raw. Triple H was kind of teasing him and sort of saying, come back, and sort of trying to bait him to come back, and this is it, he came back. If he's on NXT permanently, I don't really know. I think he'd do better here than what he would if he was still on the main roster, so hopefully he will be here. There was a load of tables. There was quite a lot of tables. There was a bit of a setup, and this is the point. I'm going to spend just a little bit of time on this because this thing was a thing that put my nose out of joint a little bit. Adam Cole, as he comes in, before Kevin Owens came out. He was getting tables in the ring. He was putting loads of tables on, and he set one up outside, which is obvious it's going to be used. Only for Tommaso Ciampa to come to the door that was open. He then pushes Adam Cole into the table, and then there is a shot of him outside the cage. He has 2 feet on the floor outside the cage. This is a sore point. I don't know if anyone else has mentioned this or not. I feel like I need to mention it because it was something that really, really annoyed me. The rules of the match are if you escape the cage, you forfeit the match. Technically, I would say he escaped the cage. He got out the door. And to be fair, that match should have been DQ'd right there, and that should have been over. The Undisputed Era should have won. That wasn't the case. Tommaso Ciampa got back in the cage. They continued the match, and then ended up that Team Ciampa actually won because all the members of Undisputed Era got put through tables, and Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa were on top of the cage, and he sort of, I don't know what you call it, it's kind of like a sort of slam where he sort of held him and then slams him back, then gets the win that way.
Into the table.
Yeah, into 2 tables. Yep. So all.
And I thought it was super dangerous.
Yeah, it was quite a dangerous move. Yes. And Adam Cole, how he's going to be in any state to have a match against Pete Dunne tonight is quite remarkable. But anyway, still that was a point to me that was a little bit sore. That I think that Tommaso Ciampa got out of the ring there and out of the cage, and I think that should have been an automatic forfeit. That being said, that is WWE for you. They do some things like this, and they don't really follow it up. And yeah, I think they got caught here, big time with this. If there's a picture on the WWE website, I will put it up, and so we can see that he did actually escape the cage, and that should have been a forfeit. But oh well. Anyway, yeah, NXT is okay. I thought this one had a few mistakes. Also, Wargames, the women's side of it. The commentator said about Mia Yim, she had a ladder match, she's injured, we'll get an update, all this and the other. The trouble is, 24 hours before that on SmackDown, Mia Yim is with NXT's team. She's fine, she got involved in the brawl, looks like she's okay. So yeah, a couple of mistakes there with commentary and little things. So this wasn't as polished as I thought NXT Takeover could be in that sort of regard, but still I enjoyed it. Will it be better than Survivor Series? Probably, because of the small format and the less matches, more content in the matches. But anyway, I think we'll leave it there. So if you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and share your thoughts on NXT, and tell me what you think about Tommaso Ciampa escaping the cage. Was it a forfeit or not? And I will see you in the next video, which will be the Survivor Series reactions on Wednesday. So I'll say goodbye. Say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.